Hey y'all, thanks for joining me over here on YouTube for Bonus Saturday, where you'll find helpful, even life-changing information to assist in growing through whatever stage of a toxic relationship that you're in. And remember, leaving physically does not mean you've left mentally. So stick around, you just may come across something helpful, like today's topic. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me over on YouTube for Bonus Saturday. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. I'm your host, Tiffany R. Today's Saturday bonus episode will be discussing tips on choosing the best therapy and therapist for yourself. So therapy is a form of treatment that aims to help resolve mental or emotional issues. Now, if you've Googled tips on choosing the best therapist, you've probably generated results such as asking someone you trust, using reliable online databases, trying online therapy, and much more. And the same goes for searching for the best type of therapy as well. And you better believe I tried a lot of them, but the best results came from actually visiting the therapist. I always say finding the perfect therapist is like finally finding that perfect pair of jeans. And I think everyone as a collective can agree with that. And again, that also goes for the type of therapy you choose. So let me just say, I sat with 6 different therapists using the same therapy method, which was simply sitting across from me and having me retelling my trauma over and over again. And that shit was for the birds. So I started doing a bit more research on therapy because I thought there were only 2 options, which were one-on-one and group talk sessions. And that's when I discovered more than 10 types of therapies, and you can find them all linked in the description below. So step 1 for me when researching the exact type of therapy I actually needed, I found that cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT, was the best suit for me. Now with CBT, a therapist explores the relationship between a person's behavior and thoughts, feelings, or both. A CBT therapist will work with an individual to uncover unhealthy thought patterns. And I was negative as fuck, so it was perfect for me. The therapist will discuss with an individual how these patterns might or do cause self-destructive behaviors and beliefs. CBT therapy was effective in finally helping me with my anxiety, depression, and my trauma-related disorders. So I was introduced to this type of therapy during my 1-week stay at a mental facility, which was also where I found my therapist. Now, since I don't take any type of medications, and I did drive myself there, so they couldn't force me to do anything, not even stay. So I was able to refuse all medication. So that left me with nothing but a clear head and my journal. Real quick, this don't have nothing to do with nothing, but it was like a fucking resort in that place. I did horse therapy, walked the lakes. Oh, and honey, the food was some of the best food in Memphis. Shout out to the cooks that kept telling me I was too pretty to be in there. Nah, baby. Pretty girls get that mental together. I was right where I was supposed to be. Anyway, we did group sessions, which was great for me, surprisingly. I am a team player. It's just that I prefer to work alone. We had homework after each session that involved plenty of journaling. So if you don't have one, I suggest getting one. You don't have to know what to write or where to start. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. My first journal entry literally said, "This shit is stupid." But by the time that pen left that paper, baby, I was on the 3rd page, front and back. So I suggest definitely giving it a try. Now, although I was lucky enough to find my therapist there were other individuals for me to choose from. So I still had the process of searching for the proper therapist. I did see 2 other individuals as well before finally deciding on my therapist. Now, it was difficult for me because I'm pretty set in my ways. Well, was set in my ways. I had to first start by removing all filters that I had created, and I am so happy that I did because one of my main requests was to have a female therapist, and I ended up having a great rapport with a male, which was shocking for me, especially the trauma that I went through was by the hands of males for the most part. So I highly suggest trying something different because obviously the same thing is not working. I found that when you're searching for a therapist in the correct field, it makes things so much easier while saving a ton of time. My therapy lasted for about 5 weeks, including my 1-week stay at the facility, and that was all the guidance that I needed to get on the right path to healing. And honey, healing is a lifelong journey, so I am still here and things are so much better. It wasn't easy, but I can assure you, it gets easy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on YouTube for Bonus Saturday. And as always, make it a great day. The choice is literally yours.